Yes, hello, hi, welcome everyone. So I hope everybody is doing pretty good. So today again I am creating a video. So after quite a few days time I am doing a video where I am presenting myself also in this video. And that way around I felt like today let's just create a video and discuss something that is coming to my mind, creeping into my mind. So it is like recently for like 1 week or 10 days or something like that. There have been this news that has been circulating everywhere. So today's video is basically I am talking about the pressure, the work pressure, and the stress and everything that is associated with your corporate life, with your job life, right? So that is something is the topic of today's video. So recently, like there has been two unfortunate events that we have all like seen over the internet, and somehow nowadays like whenever uh, some unfortunate kind of incident happens, so it is like circulated firstly I believe in the internet and in the social media. Also if it is not getting a coverage, or there is not certain media coverage in newspaper or like television media, print media, or wherever, so internet is also means uh, circulating the important things like which are really having great impact in the society, so that people are aware like what is happening, how and why it is happening and all. So recently, like I won't go much into the details and all. So there has been this kind of a very unfortunate incident happening. Like that was like 10, 12 days before. Like one woman who have lost his life, or who have lost her life. I'm sorry for that. Woman who have lost her life, and she was working in a big MNC company in India. So and also today, like today or day means yesterday, there was another news coming in, like there has been another woman who was working in a bank. She has also lost her life, and she has fell from her chair and all, and that way around she has lost her life also. And now people are like saying that this is because basically of the huge amount of work pressure and the stress that is associated with the work. So that is the main reason, that is the reason why people means employees are unfortunately losing their life and all. So let's just get into the topic also. So before I move directly into the topic, so I request like everyone to who are watching these videos to definitely like the channel, and also to subscribe to my channel and like the video basically, and to subscribe to my channel. And so that whenever I am creating videos, so though these videos are like readily available and accessible for all of you. And I believe like these kind of discussions and everything, whoever will be commenting and will be interacting in the comment section and all, that will be really much more meaningful and purposeful also. So like just before I start the video, I would like to mention like yes, this is a very unfortunate kind of a situation, unfortunate kind of events that have taken place. But something I think the way the corporates and the companies and the people are like bound to I mean serve their company and their duties and everything. The model in which the employees are working in big MNC companies and in companies like structured companies where there are a whole lot of means uh, proper means hierarchy and proper verticals are there. Like once you are joining in a company, you are joining as an entry level person, and you are switching to another company, you are going to into a mid level position, or you are getting some value for your experience and all. And after that, like you may be means switching, or you may be directly applying to another company and you are getting a senior role also. So these things are fine, but like once whenever whatever is your position in the company, so like if you are like an entry level personnel or like an experienced person, so something is very much important to understand is like today the MNC companies, they are like making sure that they are definitely getting the desired output that they want from a particular employee, right? So they are paying in good amount of money, and that is something uh, making the employee like bound to work in whatever manner the company is basically they are asking to means uh, deliver them. So that is something very much in their mind, their mindset is something they are having this thing in their mind. And uh, initially I believe like once the responsibilities are coming in, once the job role and responsibility is very much clear, and then somehow there may be something disclosed kind of a target, or there may be undisclosed kind of a target, because giving target in a big reputed MNC company is not at the is not the culture. Basically they don't believe, I believe, they never project or they never propagate like they are making employees work under target kind of a scenario. But somehow that is the hidden truth, I believe. That is the fact that is kept hidden, and that is something that people are also not disclosing, because once you are working with a good pay package and you are having a standard lifestyle, you are living it. But at the same time, you know in the back of your mind that this is something that I need to achieve this month, this week, and all. So that is something that whenever it is in your mind and you are working for that particular goal, so there is nothing wrong to have target and nothing wrong to have goals. We all need to achieve goals and all. But once we understand one thing, like if the goal or if the target is something really big and it is not really possible to achieve by a single person, or like there are multiple kind of factors coming into the particular job role, something that is not possible to means one person could not be held accountable if the target, if the desired output is not being met like in the specified timeline. So that is something that is not given the relaxation and all, I believe. Like if a certain employee is like being hired, and if he or she is kind of given a managerial role like AGM, GM, or senior manager, whatever is the designation of that person is, and there are like certain things they have been discussing in the boardrooms, in the meetings and all, and once you could not contradict, you could just specify, you could just mention what is there in your mind, but somehow you could not just contradict, or you could not just argue like no, no, these things are not solely in my capability, or it is not something that is entirely my responsibility, there are other factors being involved into it and all. So you keep these things in your mind, you go with a certain kind of a strategy, certain kind of a mindset that I am meeting, I am interacting with my bosses, with my chairman, or with my managing director, or these persons are so big and they are having so much of means power and authority and everything. So basically I need to keep my mouth shut over there, I need to nod my head, and I need to agree to whatever they are saying, and at certain point whatever I could humbly make some submissions and all, so that they understands like yes, this person is aligning with whatever we are saying, is the person is having the similar kind of a thought process that we are also sharing, so that we are also mentioning. So that is something that it has been the culture in the corporate, like people are like doing this and doing this for I believe like all the time. So there is nothing wrong in it. But nowadays I believe the corporates, the bosses, like who are basically giving the work and authority, the job role responsibilities, they are defining, they are setting up the goals and everything. So they are now understanding, or they are now making this kind of a means situation scenario over there, that see, it is not only about you coming in the meeting and you are just accepting whatever we are saying, and at the end of the day when we are reviewing your project or your work, and there are like certain things that we want you to achieve within 1 week or like 10 days or like 15 days, but you are unable to do that. In that kind of a scenario, in that kind of a situation, if you are bringing up something, so that may be like not treated well. So that is something like see that in a proper company, in a good company where there is a good work culture and people are like empathetic and they are understanding, like boss is the means the topmost vertical people who are in the company, they are understanding and they are empathetic, they are realizing what kind of a situation is the person is mentioning, means they are having the trust in their employee, like that is one thing. But once the trust and everything is kept aside, and there is like a blind kind of a target and a scenario being created, like a pressure kind of a situation, that I don't know anything, you do whatever it takes, you do how much work you need to extend, how much daily you need to work, and you take your work back to your home, you do everything how whatever is needed, but I won't be shifting my deadline and all. So that is something like I believe have become the culture and the concept of many corporates and all. So that is something like people are also understanding that the job market is like this. Like if I'm getting a good pay package in a company and I have come to this company after so much of hardship, like 10 12 years or 5 years, whatever have been the time I have devoted in other companies, and I am now working in a good pay and a good package and all. So let's try to abide by whatever the person is saying to me. So that way around, I think the problem is starting in these small things, like once there is no other way but to accept. So first thing that comes is like extended work hours. So extended work hours is something that people are habituated, like sometimes, like basically the work hours are ending like 6:30 or 6:30, I believe. That is the conventional standard time. No offices like closes or shuts down, employees leave at 5:30, I believe. Maximum offices just stretches around 6:30, 6:45, 7. So that is something still people can work. Like you have to understand one thing, like whenever a person is entering into office, like he or she is fresh and having some all means mindset and psychology and energy, all these things are there, like. But once the day progresses, like it is afternoon, after the lunch session, people are going to get a bit kind of a relaxed and all. That is the body, that is the how the body functions and body performs basically. So after that, once it is like 5:30 or means it is nearing 6 p.m., it is our biological clock, it is our means the body, it responds in a different manner. The body won't like to sit in that position for much longer, or that environment of the office and everything, that will not be that much acceptable by your own system, your own body. That time around you would definitely wish that I could leave the office like in 15 minutes or something like that. But when you are planning to leave like out on 6:30 or something, there is a mail coming in, there is a phone call coming in, there is someone, your boss is calling you, and there is a whole lot of discussions being held and all. So that point around, some psychological means good amount of psychological stress and fatigue starts creeping into your system. And now that is one thing. Now if you are living like at 8 p.m. and all, and then if you are carrying the work in your home, I don't know exactly what happened to those unfortunate situations and scenarios, I don't know at all anything. But I, in a general perception, I'm speaking, like if the work pressure is like this, so that way around, if you are bringing carrying the work back to your home, you are traveling, commuting for like 1 hour, you're reaching your home, you're completely exhausted, you have given like means more than 12 hours to your means not 12 hours, like 10, 11 hours you have given to your company, you have been there. So once you come in, and then you may be having a shower or a cup of coffee or tea or something, but your mind is still engaged with that work and all. And now in this kind of in this era of like macbooks and everything ruling, so there is not like people initially, they earlier, like they never used to carry their own devices also, or the devices used to get drained out battery and all. So they used to make this kind of thing, like say I will do it like tomorrow, today I have my battery is completely drained out, so I need to plug in the charger and all. So then I will be taking some refreshments and everything, I will be using the washroom and all, I have come to my home. So and then I will be calling it the day, I will be going to sleep and all. So after that, again tomorrow I will do. But nowadays, like this means technology have been so much it has increased, and everything is so lifted nowadays, like the laptop and everything, the device like your mobile and everything, you have a power bank, and you can charge it up at any point of time. So you would need to respond to WhatsApp messages, and you need to just turn on your laptop, and once you suddenly you have reached your home, you have no time to speak to your family and all. And then you are having your dinner, if you are bringing in your dinner also, if your family is serving you the dinner, and you probably have just opened your laptop once again, you're checking your mobile and all. And when your family interrupts, or your family mentions like, what is this, you are supposed to means have some family time and all. So that point around, you are mentioning like, no, no, see, this is the scenario, this is the situation at present, so I won't be able to neglect my work and everything. So that kind of a statement you are making. But you have to remember, like at the back of your mind, at the back of your psychology, your body is not taking it in a good manner. Your body is restricting you, your mind, your everything is trying that you switch to your family, you switch to your personal life at present time. But somehow you are bound to work in that kind of a manner. So this is what is the biggest challenge and the biggest problem, I believe. So now you are like, once you are late to go to sleep, you won't be able to sleep also. Like once you are like, again you are working with your laptop, you have finished your dinner, maybe you have some discussion, you may be having watched the TV for half an hour, discussing with your spouse and all, so interacting with your spouse, your children and all. And then maybe you are doing it just because of a formality kind of a thing, but your mind is stuck into your work and everything. There are hurdles, there are roadblocks, there are things that you need to implement in your work and all. So then again, you probably would be trying to turn on your laptop, your body won't respond at all, your mind won't function properly, but you will still try to do something so that you can reach a conclusion there, something like that. Then you have to again shut down your system. You need to go to sleep because next day morning you need to reach your office at time. It is basically conventionally it is like 9:30 is the time when you need to reach your office. 9:30, 9:45 is the time, or 10 a.m. is the time when you need to reach your office. So but once when you are sleeping and all, you're trying to sleep, you won't be able to sleep that way around, because our mind and our sleep, these patterns are like involved, and they are like means uh, working like this way. Like once you switch your mind to zero position, like your thought processes are like our brain is like a processor, right? It is a processor, it is a processor that is inside a phone, inside a laptop, inside a computer, whatever is doing the work. So that is a processor. Our brain is a mega processor, a super processor kind of basically a super processor, big processor. So then once you are having endless amount of tasks going into your means processor is running, so that time around you need to end one task after another, one task after another, then only you would be able to get some sleep. So that way around, when once if it is that is the reason why you need to shut down your work, completely distract yourself from your work, at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours before you plan to go to sleep. But if you are like suddenly you are working and you check it, like it is like 1 a.m., it's 1:30, I need to go to sleep, and if I don't sleep I won't be able to woke up, I won't be able to wake up next day morning. So that way around, if you're trying to sleep also, you won't be able to get a sleep. You will be again be doing like turning sides in your bed, and you will be spending like 1.5 hours or 1 hour, more than 1.5 hours, that you would need to gather yourself to get some sleep. And that way around, your sleep is also not going to be complete, and you would be waking up around like 7:30 or something, or you may be waking up late at 8 a.m. or something, and your sleep is half complete. You are like stressed and all. And this way around, I believe like the means our heart is very means high capacity pump. It can go through whole lot of scenario situations, like it can keep assisting you, it can keep helping you, but you need to help your heart, you need to help your system at the same time also. Not only heart is the key thing, I believe, like in this case, like heart and brain, because these are the most important things to keep the other systems running and all. Because our brain is functioning, our brain is thinking, and our heart is pumping in fresh blood and everything. So that is how we are like surviving, we are like going to our work, doing our daily activities and everything. But once other organs like livers, kidneys, they are also functioning, if they are like deteriorating, they may not give that much kind of a alarm signal very much in the early stage, but they are very much delicate organs. So if some damages are being done into those organs, so it is very difficult to understand what is the exact problem and all. But in case of it gives some time basically. So if you are like having some distress and all, if you are going to the doctor, if you are gone to the doctor, and then after doing certain tests, you can find that you are having some fatty liver kind of a situation, or your kidney may have some problem, or whether it is a mild problem or a worse problem, that is a different thing altogether. But like for a brain and a heart scenario, if we are not doing checkups and all, and if we are into a whole lot of stress and whole lot of like burden of work and everything, so then if a brain stroke or a brain attack, I mean stroke basically happens, or heart attack or heart stroke happens, so it doesn't gives any time, and it can happen at any time, at any point of time. Like when, if you are working in an office, or you are in your home, you are trying to do some household activity or whatever may be the thing, that is the most unfortunate kind of a thing. And also like once you are reaching your office with a whole lot amount of stress and everything, and you are like also, suppose your means administration, your office administration is not at all having empathy to whatever effort you are putting in, whatever means contribution you are giving. So they are like kind of mentioning that see, we are not happy whatever you may be doing, but it is the end result we only need, and they are demoralizing you. So that is a psychological setback also. And once there is a psychological setback happening, at the same time when you are physically, you are mentally, psychologically stressed, and your means you won't realize that your heart rate is quite up, you won't realize that there is abnormal kind of a blood flow is happening, and your brain is also working under a whole lot of pressure, and there may be a whole lot of blood flow in rush in your brain at particular points and all, and but you still believe that everything is under control and everything. And that way around, most of the people are taking the support of things which are not at all advisable, which are not good for health. But people are bound to like smoking cigarettes and all, and like they are drinking at times like at weekends and all. But suddenly if you are stressed a lot, like if you are having a one day gap, like Sunday is the only day you are having that, today no one is going to distract me, and that way around, if you try to shut down all your work and everything, and if you drink quite a lot, means on the weekend, on Saturday evening and night, and that way around, if you carry it on Sunday also, if you are like thinking like, okay, today is also a leave and holiday, I can have one or two drink and everything. But you need to understand, like drinks and cigarette smoking, these things won't be helping you that way around, because again on the your body is not getting that much of amount of rest, and your psychological things and your setbacks and all these means pressure and all this stress, these things are going to be at the back of your mind, and they are going to create impacts in your subconscious mind. Your sleep patterns will be disturbed and all, because what happens is like, if you are you consume some alcohol and all, you may means pass out for a certain amount of time, like 2 hours, 3 hours max to max. But means if you are drinking like a fish, that is not at all advisable, that is some way more harmful. But if it's someone is having 2 or 3 drinks or 4 drinks, then definitely what happens is like they pass out for a tenure of like 2 hours, 3 hours maximum. Then again those psychological factors, those means your personal issues and everything, whatever hurdles you are having in your work, they again start bothering you, and then again those things really escalates a lot. Means once you are in a normal state of mind, how you are dealing with your problems, that is something your body, your mind, in your everything is habituated along with that. But once you are like means it is kind of like you are forcefully pausing your mind and your thought process for a certain amount of time with the help of certain external things like alcohol and all. And then again once those effects are gone, then again those thoughts accumulate much more higher and all. So that way around, people, or means once your body goes to a rest position, again you are asked to work like from Monday morning and all. So there is this concept of Monday blue coming in back, that is the only reason for that. And once it is like you are under the influence of alcohol and everything, the Mondays and everything, they are more stressed and everything. You may panic a bit, you may get distracted kind of with your work process and everything. But what is most important to understand is like the corporates and the companies, they need to understand like the employee that they have hired, they are human beings, and they need to be treated like human beings, and they need to be needs to be empathy towards the person. It is not like terrorizing someone, it's not like having this vindictive type of attitude, like I will throw you out, I will kick you out of the company, I need this kind of thing from you and all. Yeah, I know the language won't be like this, that I will throw you out, I will kick you out. But if the meaning, if the true conclusion, if the bottom line is like this, like the person knows that the way the boss is steering, the way they are behaving, the way the employee is receiving emails and all, that he understands like if he is not being able to do these kind of things, then definitely there will be like 1 month or 2 months time, and then he will be asked to resign, or there will be a resignation, means a termination letter email being mailed to the employee. So that is not the thing, like that is something really creating a whole lot of stress. And if this stress is also creeping into the employee, so that is also creating a whole lot of means psychological fear, means trauma kind of a scenario. And this trauma and this fear, they are not like very easy to deal with, and this is the consequence. Like today we are seeing like people are not hiding it, and companies, if they are not taking the liability and the responsibility, like see, this is something, yes, they are not responsible for the death directly, but somehow it is important to understand like whether they are related or whether they are directly involved or not. This judicial kind of a thing, I'm not going into it, or legal thing, I'm not going into it, but this is from a humanitarian ground, this should be kept in mind. Like for good companies where there is a certain good work culture. I won't name any company in this video, but there are companies where there is a very good kind of a work atmosphere and everything. Maybe the project, maybe the company is not performing that much well, but somewhere around there are like the life of an employee is need to be valued. It's not always about how much revenue you are generating, but also at the same time how you are treating your employees and all, because employees are your asset, and they may work a bit differently at different kind of scenarios, and every single individual is having certain kind of a means essence and certain kind of a different kind of a charisma. So that way around, that potential and that thing needs to be explored, and each and every individual is different in different ways. So you need to, the manager, the company needs to honor those things and needs to like definitely get the best out of the certain employees. And that is the bottom line, and that is how I am wishing to means conclude this video. And I wish that no more this kind of uncertain events happens, and companies become more empathetic. And to individual employees, I would like to mention is like, there is this important thing you should keep in your mind is like, you may lose a job, you may go through a whole lot of hurdles and all, you may try to get another job. There may be certain ways you can help yourself, and you can help yourself that way around. You may cut down your expenses, you may live a life without whole lot of money. There could be many things that you can change around, but you have to understand one thing, that if you are gone, if you are like simply if your life is gone, then there is nothing you is left. So that is something that means that thought process should be there inside you, and you should not be afraid to like lose this means materialistic things that is surrounding you. So you should not try that much hard that you lose your life in the process. Like these materialistic things are like, you may be having a very means big flat, and it is in a very posh location. You may be having a certain means car that you have desired to have from your means childhood and all. But you have to remember one thing is like, maintaining those things is important, or whether it is maintaining yourself is important. I believe like you have to keep the right balance, and once you know that if your efforts are not being recognized properly, if your initiatives, your efforts are not being valued and treated properly, then it's better you think about doing something else, and you don't try to hang on, and you don't try to maintain your like lifestyle in that way around, that I will just won't care for my health and won't care for my body. I will keep my body, my mind, my health, everything at stake for those materialistic things. Because one day now, or means one day we are all going to leave this world, and that is something, that is the basic truth. Like that is, people once people ages and finally they reach the end, so you don't carry anything that you have achieved in your life. So those materialistic things are not that much important, that how you are seeing it, your perspective, you can change it, and you can at least save yourself, and you can at least have a life. uh, so that is also very much important in today's perspective, that without job a person can live, can survive, because there may be certain ways you may do something else also. You may start your own thing, you may live with your means lifestyle will change, and everything will get changed and all. So a whole lot of people are doing things of their own. But once you understand like things are getting out of control, your body is sending you signals, and there are like alarms you are neglecting. And if those things are like, should not be neglected, you should have a proper sleep. Like once you visit your doctor also, once you visit a nursing home, and everywhere it is like in the stairs and all, you would notice that it is mentioned like you need to have a 8 hour sleep. So you need to have that 8 hour sleep, that is very much basic. And you need to exercise like means at least twice or thrice in a week. And definitely there should be a once or twice in the year you need to have a proper vacation also. You need to keep your work segregated, you need to have a vacation and everything, because life is once and it is a journey. So you could not just force yourself to into one single path, and you could not just satisfy everyone in that way around. Because if people are getting satisfied with your work, yes, definitely you need to excel, and you need to means upgrade yourself every single day. But it is not always about upgrading yourself or showing excellence or something. Like there are, as I mentioned in the starting of the video, there are like multiple factors. If someone is doing a job in marketing or like in a project management or in a anything kind of a scenario where there is this target thing that is coming in, that is not like wholly it is responsible for a single person. There are thousand factors involved, and that the company should recognize. And if the company is not recognizing that those things and they are trying to victimize you, so let it be that way. And you, if you are getting terminated, you are forced to resign or you are resigning, so that is also one thing you should understand. Like your life is most important, and you should be preserving your life. You should be at least taking care of your health. And that is the bottom line of the video. Take care of yourself and take care of your health. So definitely, if you guys like the video and you find it helpful, so definitely like the video, share the videos to whoever is whoever will be helpful with this kind of video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye for the timing. Have a great day.